You're listening and watching an awesome podcast. This is Phenomenon Serendipity, and the reason it's awesome is because it's an anime crossover, and it is just truly amazing. And I hope you guys like it. We got more on Chloe Birchhart. Here it is. After bringing Gareki back to her own crew, Gareki got a taste of what it felt like to be with the most insane but good kind of people. Gareki didn't mind them being crazy sometimes. With Brooke's antics of skeleton jokes and all the other craziness going on, Gajeel and his metalheadness, and a lot of other mishaps. But Gareki seemed to feel like home, like he was still at circus. And Gareki seems to have a new respect for Chloe. He was wrong. There wasn't anything bad with her. She was just perhaps maybe misunderstood. The reason why he was thinking this way is because it kind of reminded him of himself. Chloe reminded him of how he used to be. Cold and dark. Not too dark, but how it felt to be hiding your feelings and all things considered, and things so cynical. But now he wanted to help her more than anything because she was hiding something that was bringing pain into her heart. While Chloe and the others were getting to know Gareki, suddenly they are acquainted with someone else that's joining with them. A timid boy who has clairvoyant abilities, and he comes from Ireland. He's Angus's little brother, Cassandra Odysseus. Cassandra came from Ireland, and he wanted to help Chloe in many good ways. Chloe accepted, as she feels that it was nice to see someone that can truly help them on their journey. Cassandra said, "Well, lassie, I don't think I have good fighting abilities, but I will do my best to fight alongside you," he said. "No worries, it's good. Besides, you don't have to be part of the team just because you don't have any fighting. You can also join the team for something truly special. Isn't that right, guys?" The others seemed shocked at this. They were surprised at how kind that was. Suddenly, Levy smiled and said, "Yeah, it's definitely a good thing. Maybe that person doesn't have any fighting abilities or anything magical. Still, they can be part of the team because of something truly special. I really agree with that." "Oh, thank you. You people are too kind. I wish I could give you something back in return," Cassandra said. "No need. I think this is going to be where you are now. You'll improve in time, don't worry," Chloe said. Then, Chloe had another assignment, and she was going to be teaming up with Randy and Barrere. Now this was exciting. She can't wait. But when she got back, she had pain in her. Luckily, Kuro was there to help her. When the others saw that Chloe was in pain from the infestation bite, they had to get her to the medical treatment right away. While in there, Chloe seemed to recover in the last few hours. The bite wasn't too serious, but however, there were some complications. Chloe was told about the mania mercury, some sort of serum that were inside the infestations. Mania mercury was a very lethal, but not deadly, serum that can make a person go insane. Some people would die from this, but Chloe was not going to let this kill her. She was going to fight, and that's what she did. Mania mercury hasn't done much to her yet, but sooner or later, something crazy is going to happen. Chloe decided to train with Yukio in order to face her fear of guns and violence. Yukio helped her out of how to hold a gun. Chloe was reluctant at first, but she managed to hold it in her hands. She tried doing target practices against monsters and not to kill humans. She tried so much, she even fell a couple of times. No matter how many times she failed, she never stopped. But then she got to the breaking point and she threw the gun while screaming, "Ah! I can't do this. I'm scared. It's so much stronger than it used to be." Yukio was stressed even more than Chloe was. "Listen, this is the only way you can face your fear," he said. He just had about enough of this, and he said, "You want to face these monsters or not? That's the only way you can do it. Now take that gun back in your hands and start shooting again," he said. That was the last straw, and Chloe screamed as she threw the gun aside in panic. "No, no, no!" she screamed. "Don't say that, please. I can't." Yukio realized what he said. Oh God, what have I done? I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to say that. It looks like the other allies were really worried about this. Poor Chloe. She was really upset and she couldn't hold the gun again. But after a few days, couple days, she managed to regain her confidence after Yukio said he would try to help her, but he wasn't going to get too upset like he did last time. Chloe was unsure. "You sure you want me to do this?" she asked. Yukio nodded. "Don't worry, you'll be fine. I promise I'm not going to yell at you again." So Chloe decided to give it another shot. Using the gun again, but this time she improved. Now she was firing at the monsters and not at the humans in the shooting practice. She cheered every time she completed, and she embraced Yukio. Thank you, she said tearfully. Yukio was really pleased on how she was improving a lot. She fell down a couple times, but she managed to get back up. Chloe had never felt so invincible. "I can do this. I know I can do this," Chloe thought. "I just gotta keep on practicing, and I'll never hurt a human being again." That was a promise she was going to make. Kuro seemed to be a little curious about Chloe's behavior towards guns, and also violence, the fear of them. He decided to train Chloe into using a sword. And so Chloe did, much to her relief. She was still uneasy about using guns because they were too dangerous. Maybe a sword could help her ease that pain. But then again, using a sword can be dangerous too. She didn't want to hurt anybody, and she feels that her dark powers would be much better. Kuro was a little disappointed, but he understood. Alright then. If that's what you're comfortable with, I understand. Thanks, said Chloe. She managed to overcome her fears. She was going to be okay. She wasn't going to let anything bad happen to her. But it looked like another mission was calling for her. Alright, thank you. Alright, this is the end of this podcast, but don't worry, we got more coming your way. I'm Captain Donovan, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!